you a short story, and it sounds pretty crazy, but when my wife and I first got here, it was we just had a lot of needs. We just had lots of needs. We had septic systems that didn't work. We had no lights, no electricity, bad water. There were just tons of things. And as far as having someone to ask for that, we didn't have. That just wasn't available. And so it got to a point where we just started writing down a list of things we needed. All of a sudden, this guy shows up, and he shows up behind a bus that is coming to visit us. And so I welcomed the people off the bus. I said hi. I'd never met any of them before. I introduced myself, and then I got to this guy. Well, this guy was just in a truck behind it with his soon-to-be son-in-law. They were going on their first mission trip ever. And he said, well, I'm not with this group. He said, I just happened to follow the bus in. I said, okay. So we all just kind of stood around and said hi and got to know each other. And it was at the place where we were at that time needed a lot of work. I mean, lots of work. And so I just kind of excused myself and went back to work. I said, they were ready to work. They didn't come to work. They just came to visit, and we appreciate that. But all of a sudden, this guy came up and said, well, is there anything I can do for you? And I said, well, I just really need to keep working. But I mean, there's. He said, well, what can I do for you right now? And he said, what do you need? And I said, well, I got a Manila tablet with a bunch of stuff on it. He said, go get that and bring it to me. I said, okay. Well, if you saw this guy, you would not expect that he had any way of helping financially. And that's just, he kind of looked like me. And he just said, well, I see you, okay, you got tires on here? And I said, yeah, I need tires real bad. He said, every time we go out in our vehicle down these roads, we have to go 3.5 miles down the road, and we'd get a flat. I mean, just more times than not, we'd get one. I said, man, I just really need some tires. He said, well, besides the tires, what do you have to have right now? And I'm going like, well, I guess he's not going to get tires. So anyway, I just went down the list, and he said, you just check off everything you need right now. And in my mind, I'm kind of like saying, well, I need everything. But I checked off some stuff, and he said, okay, I'll go get all this stuff, and I'll bring it back to you. And I'm looking at the truck he has. I don't even think, what I'm driving is better than what he's driving. And I'm going, okay. And, he said, and I'll get those tires at Sam's. And I said, well, sir, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't buy them at Sam's, if you'd buy them at another store, because they'll fix it if it gets a flat and all this. But at that time, Sam's didn't have road hazard. He said, well, I wouldn't want to buy them anywhere you didn't want me to. And I'm going like, oh, no. I'm like, oh, golly, I really messed up. But that guy did that. He came back the next day, and everything that was on that list, he had bought. It was in his truck. Plus, he gave me the receipt to go get the tires. This was like, we were here maybe 3 weeks when this happened in Mexico, 28 years ago. And I went, what just happened? I mean, is this just something that missionaries do all the time? Is this just what happened? And I'm here to tell you that's not, but God sent that guy by. And I say that to say, that guy didn't come there by chance. He was led by God to come there. And the reason I even know that is because today, he still supports me. He hasn't missed a month in 28 years. He's been supporting me. And it's because people prayed that couldn't support us financially, but that God would supply our needs. And he has done it and done it and done it over again. And that's why I'm telling you, and I'm telling the people also, that's why prayer is important. Because maybe we can't do it, but God can move on someone's heart that can.